And joining us in studio this morning from the Roswell Kiwanis, it's a little quieter in here now.
Yeah.
You bring a bunch of teenage boys in here, it gets kind of loud, doesn't it? We have Laurie Schotz and Ron Lethgo joining us this morning from the Kiwanis Club here in Roswell. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How y'all doing today?
We're well.
Good.
Hoping for some rain today.
You know what? I feel like we got a good chance. At least over the next 3 days, we're going to get some rain. Yeah. Well, I don't need the hail.
Yeah.
I just heard that on the way in.
Yeah.
Roswell's supposed to get hail.
Yeah.
Artesia is not, but Roswell is.
Well, we had a couple of our employees get caught in a hailstorm. What was it, last Tuesday? Where they had we were having storms, but there was a storm that blew right through, right at the Eddy County line.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And we had two of our folks, they said there was tennis ball size hail in there. And yeah, their vehicles looked like they went through a war
Just
zone.
perfect timing for them, yeah.
Yeah,
There at that
exactly.
time, yeah.
So fortunately, hopefully we don't get that today.
No.
But before we kind of get into everything here, just how's things going with the Kiwanis right now? I know you guys' big project still is working towards the all-inclusive park, and you guys have been doing a lot of fundraising efforts over the last year plus, working towards that goal. How are we doing on that, and where are we at with that stuff?
Well, it's progressing along now. I noticed in the paper recently that the Roswell City Council awarded a contract to a contractor. I believe he's out of Rio Rancho.
Okay.
And so that I'm sure they're negotiating a contract with them at this point.
Good.
And, so that's progressing along. And then, as you pointed out, we're going through several fundraisers, and we had a golf ball drop and some other activities. And
Partnered up with the Communal Theater for a couple shows,
Right.
things like that.
Yeah, little theater, and we've got one or two more in process now, fundraisers that we're looking forward to, and we'll be back with you once we get those firmed up.
Yeah, we got to
and
get the
ready
word
go.
out about those.
Yeah.
And folks, I would love to say, you don't have to wait for a fundraising event to contribute. If you want to, and this passion project of the Kiwanis, which has gotten bigger, now we got the city involved, and it's turned into a reality here. This is a park that is designed for all children. It's a park where any child can go and enjoy it. It's not just for kids on the spectrum. I mean, granted, there's a lot of things there that allow a child on the spectrum to come and enjoy a playground experience like any other child. But on that same note, any kid can go in there and have fun. So your child doesn't have to be on the spectrum to enjoy the all-inclusive park. That's why it's called an all-inclusive park. If you are a kid and you want to play in a park, here's a park where you can play in no matter what's going on. You're just, kid, want to play park, that's all it's about. And that's what these parks, which we say we'll park now, but the idea is to have these parks all over the place.
Right. And I was looking, in fact, this morning, and I just entered all-inclusive park, Googled it, and it's amazing how many are coming up before city councils throughout the nation. I mean, it's just a long list.
Especially with
of
all-inclusive being the new buzzword.
Sure.
And it's great because kids with disabilities, you don't want them separated from other children.
Sure,
you
want
don't
them included.
Right. And so it's a way that start them young, that there is differences in everyone.
Sure.
And we all can find a place to play and work together.
I honestly think the all-inclusive park is an evolution of science. And what I mean by that is, as we've learned amazing amounts of information about autism and the spectrums in the last 20 years. And so we're finding out, there's a lot more people dealing with it than we realized, just at various stages and levels. Many adults that have gone undiagnosed and they're, dealing with something. But my point is, we've learned so much about it, but we also learned, how to manage, how to deal, what are the triggers, what are the things that we can do that makes them excel. And that's what these parks do, is it takes that science that they've learned and incorporate it into the recreational side. So things that may trigger someone on the spectrum that's loud, large, or makes a bunch of noise, whatever it is, those are gone now. And now it's replaced with things that are more sensitive, friendly to them. But if there's a kid that doesn't have those issues, just wants to come and climb on the monkey bar, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's there for them to do that.
Interact, and that's wonderful.
So what I think is at some point, hopefully before we leave the earth, but certainly our kids, that every park will be an all-inclusive park, because that's just how parks are built now. And we won't call it all-inclusive park. We just call it a park.
The park. The park.
But you got to do the first one for that to happen. And so this is what we're talking about.
Right.
So in the meantime, if in between the shows and the golf ball drops and everything else, if you just like to go to the Kiwanis web or come to one of the meetings or be a Kiwanian,
Right.
Come and be a part and say, look, I love what you're going on. Here's $100 for the all-inclusive park, or here's $5.
We actually had Tammy from the Main Street Gallery came as one of our speakers, and the next week, that's exactly what she did.
Awesome.
She said she didn't have time to be part of our group, but she wanted to contribute. And so that's kind of unusual. A lot of times our speakers come to us asking for help. And this time it was a turnaround. So go and support the Main Street Gallery downtown.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They actually
By the way, if you're looking for a great local artist and great unique art, that's full of that there.
Oh yeah,
By the way.
and they're gearing up, of course, for the UFO art contest. And Tammy's down there, so give her a call if you're interested in entering that or just finding out. It's for kids and adults.
Yeah.
I only know about it because I was part of it
Sure.
a few years ago, and she contacted me this year. So
You hang out in a
I'm
lot of
looking forward
different
to that.
circles. You learn a lot of information.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was a very interesting twist to having a speaker that time was that she turned around and was
we
able
certainly
to.
appreciated her
Right.
recognizing that, because we talk about it almost every meeting, every one of our meetings, and so we try to encourage people to donate our membership as well, and I think most of our members have made donations to it. I mean, this is a project that they've adopted, are excited about. It's our centennial project. Our Kiwanis Club was 100 years old in 2021.
Doesn't look that old.
Yeah, no,
We look good for
still
that age,
trim,
right?
right?
and so we're excited about it, and looking forward to seeing that park come to fruition and see it up and running and seeing kids out there. And it's going to be a neat area because you got the Cielo Grande soccer fields out there. You got the skate park. You got the aquatic center.
It's like in a recreation mecca for Roswell.
And it's going to be. And the Autism Society, they mentioned this when we had the groundbreaking out there, that they're receiving phone calls from parents that live in southeastern New Mexico wanting to know when it's going to be open so they can bring their kids.
They're ready to start playing on the playground. Yeah.
So they're ready to bring their children here, and I think it's going to maybe bring some additional business to Roswell.
Absolutely.
Restaurants after the kids have gone out there and played, and take them to a
the
restaurant.
fastest way we, the community, can help support that is by contributing the finances to help do this.
Yes.
The city and the zoning and planning and the construction, that goes at its pace. That happens the way the world moves. But as far as raising awareness and raising money, so when this thing gets expensive because it's a construction project during the back end of COVID and supply and demand are crazy, it's going to be expensive.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We got plenty of money there to so the project doesn't get seized or stop or lose funding.
No.
It gets to completion, and then when it's ready, we got the big ribbon and the giant scissors and all the stuff, cutting it open and then welcoming people to the new park.
And we are, as Ron said, just to make it clear to the listeners, we are partnering with the Autism
Is Autism Speaks?
Society, and it is their national, I believe, representative came to the celebration of the groundbreaking. So, thank them and thank us for just being together.
Sure.
We're trying to, again, I always feel like you do it on your own. That's a lot of work. You get as many organizations and people involved, right? And then your labor is a little less intense, and we can get the job done.
It puts it on more people's radar, which means more people know about it, the more more resources open up.
Right, and we were kind of searching around for a centennial project. We just didn't want to let that go by and just have a dinner and celebrate ourselves. We wanted to do something for the community.
So you took a big bite at this one.
Yeah, so we did, and so we reached out to the Autism Society, and they were certainly excited to have a partner to join with them. And
this is something that it's let's face it, like we said, the science is here now. This is something that's overdue. We gotta transition these playgrounds and things to this is technology. This is when we were kids, there's a phone booth in every corner. Now there's not one. I think they just took the last one out of New York City last week. And I mean life changes things, and that this is one of those moments where the science and technology has changed how we do something, and these parks are one of those things. So the quicker we can do this transition, the more kids can start seeing that impact today, because kids don't wait for us to do stuff before they grow up. That's what
they keep growing.
It's like going. It's COVID. You got to stunt your growth until we start back. Now they don't do that. Right. So the sooner we get this done, the more kids today get to enjoy these kind of things. So.
And just to point out, if people are interested in making a donation to the Kiwanis Club Foundation, and they can. We meet every first and third Tuesday at Cerritos.
Yeah.
So if they would like to come and join us, they'd be more than welcome. We meet in their back room there.
Food's going to be good.
Yeah,
so
and the food's going to be good.
We meet at noon.
And good company, and we always have a speaker there, a special speaker, and so. Or we do have our P.O. Box 1801 here in Roswell, 88202, and so either way. But if they'd like to come and meet the people that are at the club, and
we're right in the middle of doing a membership drive as well.
Good deal. So come out to the next meeting
here. Come and see what it's like. And if it's not for you, that's great. If it is for you,
so it's this week, right? What's today? This is the first week of the month, right?
Today's Wednesday, so it's next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. That'd be the first Tuesday. So it'd be next Tuesday. Be the next one.
Yes, it's the first and the third Tuesdays of the month.
So come on out this next Tuesday. Come have lunch.
Right.
Like I said, they get underway at about noon there at Cerritos. So come get you lunch and come meet some of the Kiwanians. Come learn about what they do, and who knows, by the end of that, maybe you want to be a part of this and be, because and Kiwanians, they do have a focus on children. That's kind of one of so even though this is the big centennial tentpole project right now, there's constantly other things in the work. Just get money here for trips, or some kids in need for one thing or another, and somebody's working on getting educational materials to schools and things like that. Kiwanis also have those projects going on too that are constantly going.
Because what's different about Kiwanis, which I was part of a lot of civic groups back in Indiana before I chose Kiwanis as my one, and international is changing the world one community and one child at a time, and one can make a difference.
Absolutely.
So that's the reason, since it included your community, which is what your children are going to grow up into. That's why I chose this one over some of the others that have a different focus on kids. So
hey, Roy, come in here with the what are you talking about? Is this like a donate thing for the QR code, or I just saw you do something with the QR code? Oh, okay, thank you. I thought he was showing me a QR code. He's trying to tell me we need to wrap it up.
Well, and additionally, on our website, we do have a donate button, so people can go there as well if they don't have time to come to the meeting. And
I thought he was about to hit me with some young people technology. That's what I was going to.
Would rather do it electronically, so it works out well. So,
yes, please come, and please, if you can, support. By raising funds here, and as we like you said, we got some more events and things planned here in the near future that we'd love to, and we'll talk more about those. But love to get people more involved. It starts by just maybe come out to the next meeting here on Tuesday. Come in, have a great meal. Whether you want to get a burger or Mexican food, no one judges. Get what you want, and then we'll just talk about it. So
we'd love to have everyone come out and just see what we're about. And like I said, check us out and see if we're for you, or if you just one-time donation, or be a part of us.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for working with me today.
Oh, no problem.
And we'll
appreciate you having us on today.
Anytime. And